Hello, welcome. Thank you for coming. My name's Kate. If you're new here, welcome. If you are coming back, welcome back. I have a few housekeeping things. The first thing is if anyone's watching this and you know what Dylan, Hunter Chapin, Jack S., and Quinn's dad all have in common, let me know. I did the yes, no's of some of the questions that we were getting. And the only 4 on this list that had both of the girls and Ethan in common were those 4. So I just wanted to throw that out there. I've already called in my guides and angels of the highest and whitest light, and I've been meditating. And the first thing I want to ask about is Ethan. I want to get a timeline for Ethan, and these cards are, I don't know. Okay, all right, so I asked a question. And, okay. All right, okay. Okay. So I specifically wanted to get a timeline for Ethan. Oh man. Okay. So first card that I got was the 2 of Cups. That's like open arms. It's like an agreement, compassion. They are like in friendship, equal. Right next to that is the Ace of Swords. That has represented our instrument that has been used on this night. And the Chariot's here. The Chariot, I think, is the Chapin card. The Hermit's here. He's in reverse. If anyone has any info on that, let me know. We have the Magician in reverse. We have the Empress in reverse. Oh, no, I'm sorry. The Empress is upright. The Page of Wands, we have 3 pages and they're all in reverse. Oh. Okay. So what I'm seeing is that Ethan, he might have been at this event. It was like his sister's formal. He was like her date or something. I have no idea. And I don't know if I buy any of anything that's coming out of Idaho, but he did get into his Chariot. There was a question in the comments about if they put him in his Jeep. That's on the table, quite literally, right next to the Ace of Wands, which is our instrument. The Magician and the Hermit are in reverse. I'm sticking to Ethan got jumped. Here's the Fool. First of all, the World's on here somewhere. And that's always him, or has represented him. We have the Fool upright, ready to go on a little adventure, hang out, and pretty much runs into a web of deception. That's really what I'm looking at. We have Judgment in reverse right next to it. He's literally facing the Judgment in reverse card. On each side of him are pages. Pages are our messengers. And from the beginning of this, we've known, or I've known, I don't know how many of us have known, but there were messengers going back and forth. I still stick by the fact that they were keeping our Queen of Wands informed. She's not on here, but the Empress is, and those two, she's gone back and forth with that. So what I'm looking at is this Fool, literally, is running in to Judgment in reverse, like chaos, delays, doubt. Page of Wands in reverse is superficiality, superficial. Well, the Chariot is an action card. You're moving, you're going somewhere. The Empress, sitting above the Fool. The Magician in reverse is like illusion. The Hermit in reverse is mental illness. What's his brother's mental health? Well, I'll tell you right now, if I were his parents, and I know there's a great deal of grief going around, and I don't know, I would honestly go get him checked, like mental health wise. The card that I have is the Hermit in reverse. That's like a mental health issue, like unmedicated, perhaps. There are other words I'd like to use, but I'm going to reserve that for the cards if that comes up. He pretty much ran right into a trap. That's what this is looking like to me. And I'm sticking by that because this isn't the first time I've seen that. But like, I don't believe unless someone shows me a picture, which perhaps there is, of he and Zanna at this Alpha Chi party, or Sigma Chi, which I saw was like the cool frat on campus. In my personal opinion, thinking that like frats are cool based on my experience is like, I that's so far away from like the realm of reality in my world. Like, no, frats were like meat factories. You went there if you wanted, I don't know, that's all. I mean, I had friends that were in frats and they were great, but I just thought it was funny when I saw that. But that's my own deal. So yeah, I think he ran right into a trap. I don't see Zanna on here. One of the questions was, where was Zanna? I saw something today about a fight club that was going on in the tunnels. I don't see any fighting cards on here. It literally looks like this little fool is running straight into a spider web of just lies, illusion, delusion. I think this might be a little soon to say this, so I'm gonna wait. Yeah, he was overpowered. Oh, here are our fight cards. They're right at the bottom. Strength in reverse, Page of Swords in reverse, the Seven of Wands in reverse, and Ace of Wands. So our little guy was completely taken off guard. Nothing. Didn't even see it coming. Didn't even have an inkling. I don't feel or see Zanna there at all. Whoa. All of the cards that I just pulled that were in reverse are now upright. I was trying to like send a telepathic message, like, I don't want to see your, I don't know. Oh, here's our King of Swords. Here's the Emperor. Oh, here's the Tower. Here's the Ten of Pentacles in reverse. Maybe I should have been a little clearer. Okay. All right, so I'm going to say this. And I am going to, yeah, okay. This is going to sound, I don't know how far-fetched it's going to sound, but here we are. I think, based on the cards I just saw, oh, and this is all allegedly for entertainment purposes only. Please do your own research. I'm just a chick with some tarot cards. Okay. I think that Hunter Chapin got into trouble with the Emperor. He was super stressed. There was really no amount of money that could buy him out of it. They're showing the Hanged Man, and it's like right next to the Four of Cups. That's also a seclusion card. It's also like, I've been reading it for this case as internet because there's a cloud on it. Okay, this is what I think happened. Well, I have 3 death cards right here. So I think that hold on, I just almost started bawling. I'm going to ask one more time. Okay. 100%. I think that Hunter Chapin got in way over his head with this Emperor. Thought they were chummy buddies or something. Because what just jumped is the Lovers in our death card. What I think that he did, and I'm just reading cards. I think he sacrificed his brother. I think what he did was something along the lines of, I don't even know how that would work. But these are stabbing someone in the back, like dead. No, you don't get up from this. I mean, come on. And this is also the video I saw of Ethan that was pretty similar to this. It was disgusting. And we have the Lovers. The Lovers before, I think I got it yesterday, and I couldn't tell which Hunter it was. And right now, since I just asked, I asked for clarity between me seeing that and then explaining it, because it seems really it seemed. Now that I've been introduced to this kid and to Chapin, the Chapin family, I don't know. Apparently now nothing surprises me, because I think what Hunter did was sold his brother out. I think that he got in over that was the path of the Robert Frost poem. I take The Road Less Traveled, that's the name of the poem. Like, I think what happened was Hunter I think Hunter picked up an addiction. We have 2 addict cards right here. Well, Cups cards represent alcoholism or addiction. We have 2 of them right here. Yeah. I think that somehow Hunter set his brother up so that he would take the fall for him instead of himself. And I'm confidently saying that because we have the Lovers, and then we have the 7 of Cups. That's like escapism, delusion, promises, like broken promises. We have the Knight of Wands. The Knight of Swords. That's frat row. It was a gang mentality. I kept feeling like a gang mentality. That's something in psychology when like someone gets hurt and no one in the crowd, maybe it's called the crowd mentality. No one helps. Don't be that person. And it's like, I was frozen and no one else did anything, but don't be like that. Just kidding. I mean, whatever. But that's what I kept feeling. That's what's here right now. Is like the Lovers. I mean, let me just pull a couple more cards because there's BJ. Oh, there's BJ Queen, the Star in reverse. Wheel of Fortune. Yeah, yep, confirmed. I think that Dylan's here. Hi, Dylan. I'm surprised to see you. And the Wheel of Fortune, that's Ethan too. Ethan showed up. And his star's in reverse because you put out my star. So I think that Hunter, like the trash he is, sold his brother. Might literally have sold him. Or I don't know what kind of world this is. They like human. I know this sounds really. It's like. I mean, the Daybells. If you look at that case, they followed. There's a calendar that everything happened on the exact same dates. So sacrifice is real. I don't think you have to be affiliated with anything necessarily. The point is that I think Hunter sacrificed Ethan because he was in way over his head. And what is this? Oh, the Lovers again. Yeah, that's confirmation to me. Oh, and then the Ten of Swords. This kid's dead. Okay. Yeah, I just shuffled these. So, I think what I have to do is surrender and give this to the white light in order to check in, to tap into Hunter so that I can okay. So to get into Hunter's energy, he's having a little bit of battle. I can do this thing, it's called remote viewing, but I can I guess that's the easiest way to explain it. So I was going so I could see it through his eyes. And it's just yeah. So when you are in the middle of an addiction, this is actually a great time to bring up the Wolf You Feed, that poem. Yeah. Because in that poem, it's a tale of a Cherokee, and please take this for a grain of salt. It's Cherokee Indian grandfather speaking to his grandson. He asks him which wolf wins, and he says the wolf you feed. I can tell you right now that Hunter was not feeding the white light at all. I bet you he's schizophrenic, and if he's not diagnosed schizophrenic, he is hearing voices, and he is. I think we just got something. So I think it's Divine Pathways. She has been getting, I think that's her, and I hope it's this case, readings like The Devil Made Me Do It. I bet you $100 she's picking up Ethan Chapin, and I believe it too, actually. And the reason I believe it is because we were just over there checking it out, and it is I would call it delusional. It's highly delusional. It's I don't even know how to explain it, and it sounds I guess if any of you have read the book, This Present Darkness, that's a book that would explain what I just saw. So, with that, if that is divine tarot, I think that's her. It might be Ashley over at The Reckoning. Someone's getting that the devil made me do it, and I 100% I agree, and I think it's Hunter. So I also think like he needs to go to some kind of rehab. Okay, so in conclusion, I agree 100% with Divine Pathways Tarot, or that the devil made me do it is definitely something that someone very close to this case is saying, and I'm saying it's Hunter. I think Hunter, this literally might be the worst form of betrayal. Like, I think that Hunter sold his brother, and however way you sell a human, I don't know, does anyone know the pagan holiday, like, does the 13th fall on? I should have probably checked that. If it does, then this case just took a wild turn. I'm going to pause you. Okay, so before I pause this, in conclusion, Hunter got in way over his head with the Emperor. The BJ Princess showed up. Mental health issues and addiction showed up. I have no idea what kind of drugs. He doesn't look like an addict, which is fine. Like, everyone looks different. I get that. But maybe he's right in the beginning of it. But I think Ethan was like the cleaner for them. The kid, I feel like Ethan carried a lot of the weight, covered for him. Ethan was kind of like the big brother there. I saw a mental illness, serious mental illness. And I don't mean like I'm hearing voices. I mean, he really is hearing voices, and they really are not of the light. Do with that what you will. I think that he talked to the Queen of Swords because he couldn't pay. Oh, you know what? I remember hearing, or maybe it was a reading, that Ethan and Zanna owed the Emperor money too. I mean, I don't know that much about dealing, but just common sense. I mean, every business takes a write-off. Like, we'll have to take a write-off. I feel like it had to have been a lot more money than like a couple $100. And maybe the Ethan plus Hunter combination. But what I saw was Ethan just ran into this completely blindsided, had no idea, didn't see it coming, and I don't see Zanna there at all. I don't know if they saw each other that night until they I don't know. There was a question if there were tarps in the house. And my answer to that is no. And the reason is because we saw the blood seeping through the concrete outside of Zanna's room. I just think that they had the cops in their back pocket and they didn't care. Yeah, come on over. It's like Alex Murdoch. Come on over. Do your job. I don't think that I think they knew the cops weren't going to do anything. And we know that collectively. Like, the cops didn't do anything. Like, within 3 days, they had, like, a moving van, and they were just taking stuff out of the house. Like, come on. It's a joke for a crime scene. And I definitely don't think that it's gotten the respect it deserves. But that being said, no, I don't think they even tried to hide anything. I don't think that there's one knife they're looking for. I think there's at least 6. I felt yesterday that Ethan was the target of this, and Zanna, Kaylee, and Maddie were collateral. But we must have gotten a no on that. I don't remember even seeing it on the list. But in conclusion, let's do a reading. I'm going to pause you because it's already at a half an hour. And let's do a reading on Hunter. And just like go into that energy and see what we get. And then I might do an upright yes, reversals no on... I don't think that I asked that. So I'm going to pause you and take a little break, because it's already 28 minutes and I probably did 6 minutes worth of reading and 20 thinking it up through. So with that, I will love you and leave you, and I will see you shortly.